A sea of red, white, and blue as thousands gather to remember Detective Mike Doty.
Detective Mike Doty has faithfully and honorably served the Sheriff's Office and the citizens of York County, and that he has ended his tour of duty.
An emotional outpouring of support for a fallen deputy.
It's only fitting that his chosen profession found him running toward danger when others run from it.
Honoring his dedication, courage, and sacrifice.
Mike was the real deal. He would go out every day, and his goal was to make every day count.
NBC Charlotte special coverage honoring a hero continues right now.
There were lots of tears, prayers, and hugs today as the Carolinas came together to remember a fallen hero. Thank you for staying with us today. I'm Fred Shropshire.
And I'm Rachel Brown. Speaking before a crowd of thousands, friends and family said that Detective Doty's life and legacy was about helping others, and that even in his death, he brought people together.
Alex Shabbat is live tonight. Alex, one word that we kept hearing over and over today, hero.
That's right, Fred, and we saw law enforcement from all over the area, including those 3 other officers who were shot, all here to honor a fallen hero.
My little brother was a servant.
From a sibling with the Doty name to brothers and sisters sharing a uniform.
And I think the first thing he would want me to do is to recognize some of his brothers in law enforcement.
The York County Sheriff naming each of the officers injured in the same shooting that claimed Detective Mike Doty's life.
You were Mike's heroes.
The 37-year-old detective had been with the Sheriff's Office since 2006, taking on several roles, including the narcotics unit, where he battled the opioid crisis.
There was no person more passionate about that at our office than Mike, and actually initiated our Narcan program last year.
It's only fitting that his chosen profession found him running toward danger when others run from it.
And during this heavy day of sadness, the sheriff offering some lighthearted remarks.
Everybody loved Mike, except underage drinkers. And I know that Mike would want me to say some real lighthearted remarks about him because that was Mike. He was lighthearted and he was funny.
But on a serious note, thanking Doty's family for his profound impact on the department.
I want to thank you for loaning him to us at the Sheriff's Office for the 12 short years that you've loaned us him. He's made an impact on everyone at that office.
And family says Detective Doty wanted to be an organ donor to save as many lives as possible. Today we learned he got that wish. Live in Charlotte, Alex Shabbat, NBC Charlotte.
His last act of courage there. Thank you, Alex.
And these aerial pictures taken by CMPD show us the enormous crowd at Calvary Church today. After the celebration of life, thousands of cars filed down I-77 as a large American flag flew from an overpass saluting the fallen hero.
Billie Jean Shaw picks up our live team coverage tonight. Billie Jean, those who didn't even know Doty were moved to come out and pay their respects.
That's right, Fred. We saw so many people here at the Forest Hill Cemetery honoring Detective Doty's life. The last car just pulling out a short time ago. And even though it's quiet and things are somewhat back to normal in the area, the life of Detective Doty still lingers around the area. Family, friends, and community members all saying their final goodbyes to the York County detective. The 37-year-old was carried to his final resting spot in a horse-drawn carriage led by the North Carolina Caisson unit. And right by his side were, of course, dozens of his brothers and sisters in law enforcement, some even traveling as far as New York City. One visiting officer from North Carolina tells us it's their duty to honor the life of one of their very own, and they would not choose to be anywhere else today.
It's the least that we can do from North Carolina to honor their life and the family, and to show that people do care, not only from your own state, but adjoining states and states across the country.
And as you can see, Fred, Detective Mike Doty being honored just like the hero he was. So many smiles were here today. You would think this would be an emotional time where a lot of people were crying, but today truly proved how big Detective Doty was to this community, and it truly was a celebration of life. Reporting in York County, Billie Jean Shaw, NBC Charlotte.
Just beautiful. Billie Jean, thank you.
Well, communities across the area paying tribute to Detective Doty. One business in Rock Hill painted a tribute on their window this morning. It read, quote, "We back the blue. Rest easy, Detective Doty." We have many more pictures and videos from today's service inside our NBC Charlotte mobile app. You can also find them on our Facebook and Twitter pages.